This week on the Spotlight, Paul Gasol, battling in the East and being a good leader. Let's see how long it lasts. And then we go back in time. Wilson Alvarez. You know, he threw a no-hitter. And then we flash back Alonzo Spellman. He had a lot of issues, but he was a nice man, basically. And then Mike Ditka, maybe not so nice. A lot of issues this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You have got to get to the Cove and try to understand the dynamic when I do Benkowski Trivia there. Wednesday, December 3rd at 8 p.m. A wide range of people. Great game. 1750 East 55th. The Dirty Sock is a place you need to experience. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. Great food, great drink. 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. T-Wax Company has real estate investments. You can buy Chicagoland properties and make some money. Profit opportunity since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Real estate investments make money. Call Mr. Thomas. Union Park Bar and Grill. Open at 11 a.m. daily at Jackson and Racine. Huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers. Great staff, they have their own parking lot, daily specials, always fun. Every time I go there, it's great. Union Park Bar and Grill. Lisa Davis Insurance and Tax Services at 10702 Southwestern Avenue, specializing in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution, auto, home, life, business insurance. Call them at 773-873-8977 to help you with your federal insurance plan. Lisa Davis. You've got to get to the Dirty Sock on Thursday, December 4th. Be on TV, Bears fans. There's a game. We have trivia during breaks. It's at 93rd and Roberts Road. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Check out the Dirty Sock. Eat and drink and play and be on my show. See you then. We're back on the Spotlight. And anytime Paul Gasol talks, people are listening. There was a funny exchange just before the video went on with Paul in a Spanish sequence, but we didn't mic it. I know, Danny, you could have fixed it for me, but we went with the English route. And Paul is kind of a low-key, humble star, a guy who's seen championship action with the Lakers, is one of the premier rebounders of this era, and talked about that facet of the game, which is something that he can control and saw improving at this early point in the year. Particularly strong. You and Joe seem to be getting some damage done in there.
Well, it's important. It's important. It's a key aspect of the game that we need to control and we need to do better. I think we have not done well enough, and it's something that we need to control. We need to try to dominate every game. We have size. It's just a matter of will and putting bodies on people. Everyone. Obviously, it's not just a job of 2 players on the floor. So everybody has to step up and box out and contribute.
This is the first game that the starting 5 was intact. How nice was it for you guys?
It was really nice. It was good. It was great to have everyone, the full roster, on the floor and available and healthy. So now we just got to keep it that way.
What was it like playing? You hadn't played with Rose very much.
No, I mean, not very much, but I mean, some preseason games and a couple of regular season games. So, it's just it's great to have him on the floor because he's a difference maker. He's very explosive, gets to the hole. I mean, he's a key player for us.
And then made one really slick pass to you. No look pass as you were going in for that dunk.
Yeah, a great pass, great way to run and finish the break. So we're gonna try to develop that connection.
Where are you in the learning process with Derek?
I mean, the more games we play, the more we're going to understand each other and find each other on the floor, make each other better, make our teammates better. So I look forward to play more games, and it's just the way it is.
Pal, the fact that Detroit came in, obviously a lot of bigs, you out-rebounded them 49-43. Has this been dwelling in you as far as just as a collective unit to out-rebound the ball club?
Well, it's we got to, like I said, we have to make a conscious effort every night, and every night is going to be a challenge to dominate the rebounding aspect of the game. And like I said, we're capable of doing it. Now we just have to get it done on the floor. Tonight was an opportunity. Obviously, Detroit played last night, traveled. That's always a factor when we didn't play last night. So we had fresher legs, but we have to do it consistently, regardless of if we played last night, what the schedule is. We have to make really an effort and concentrate on rebounding, so we don't give the opponent second chance opportunities, and we control, like I said, a key aspect of the game.
What other things did you enjoy? What little subtleties about this game besides the win?
Besides the win, well, the atmosphere is always great, and to me, it's all about winning. So I came here to win, and I want to win every game as much as possible. So that's what I want.
Pal, I know you want to savor this game, but you got Toronto on Thursday.
Right.
And very seldom are they on during the regular season on the national TV. This is a TNT game for them, so they'll probably be jacked up a little bit more. But can you talk about, you played against them, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little about them?
Well, they're a dangerous team. They have wings and a point guard that's very aggressive. They get to the lane. They play with a lot of speed and athleticism. So it's going to be a tough challenge, and it's an important game because it's one of the higher competitors in our conference, and we want to beat them, so we move up and they move down. So every game is important against any team, but against the teams that they're supposed to be at the top, you want to make sure that you come out on top and beat them. So it'll be a good challenge, so we have to get ready for them.
Thank you.
Can you talk about the difference in the halves? You guys got off to such a
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212.
Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass.
Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th.
When you had your brief stint in the minors, what kind of things did you work on? Because the last time you talked to us, you said you weren't too happy with the number of walks you were giving up. What kind of things did you work on down there?
Well, I go down there. I'm glad to go down there. I was glad to go down there because I go to work with Peterson, Rick Peterson. He's a pitching coach down there, and I've been working with him since '89 when I get traded to the White Sox. So he knows me. He knows what I have to do to be consistent around over the plate, throw the ball over the plate. So we just work for 3 side days, and I get back to not normal. We work most in my mechanics. The mechanics is my problem. So if I stay, every pitch I throw is straight to home plate. So I trying to to push myself to the home plate, to the catcher. I'll be around the plate every time.
But when your arm starts flying around and your body opens up too much, that's when you have trouble?
Yeah, that's when I have trouble, yeah.
Now, you must look at videotapes of yourself now, and maybe you've done that. You take some of your best performances and you look to copy those, I would think. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you see, well, not every time, but most other times, we check in the end, like you say in the videos, every start. So you can tell, you can say, you can watch yourself, what you're doing wrong. So I watch those videos and I call Rick Peterson the night before I pitch. So tonight I have to call him because I pitch him tomorrow. So I gotta call him, talk to him about it. When I talk to him, he makes me feel real good. He makes me feel with confidence.
That's great. Well, I'm wondering, was there one particular pitch you were having trouble with the delivery, or was it fastball, curveball? Was it everything?
Just one with a fastball. But when I open it up and trying to fly, my arm is to the side. It's all over the place. Yes, in the fastball. I don't have problem with the curveball, with my curveball and changeup. Just the fastball.
I noticed that in your best starts, you had the hitters way off balance, because when your motion is correct, they're looking fastball and you're throwing curve, and they're way out in front of it. How do you feel when you see that happen?
Well, feels good because that tells I can pitch. I can win in this league.
Now, when you work with Carco and you work with Lavalier, Carco pretty much understands what you're looking for. Do you feel like you're in good mental sync with him?
Well, you see, with Lavalier, he's the first year in American League, right? So he really don't know, all pitchers, and the hitters. So by Carco, he knows how I pitch. He called the games before. Depends how I throw, what I get that day. If I got a good fastball, good changeup, good breaking ball. But he knows what to do behind the plate.
Well, as Alex gets closer to 20 wins, Jack's already got his 20 wins. The pressure is really off you. You're in a very nice position for the next few weeks here to fine-tune your game, and you must be looking forward to the idea of pitching in the playoffs.
That's my goal, be in the playoff, to win a World Series. It's my dream. My dream is to be in the big leagues, to be a big league pitcher, and I am right now. And my biggest goal right now is like a fantasy, it's to be in the World Series.
That's very close. Well, you got the other part out of the way. You got your no-hitters so earlier in your career. You don't need to look forward to that now. Coming out of the East, who do you think it's going to be? Toronto, Baltimore, Yankees?
Well,
who's the toughest on you? Now, hit Baltimore, so maybe you want them, huh?
I don't. It's tough, it's tough. New York going first, and next 2 games is Toronto is in first, and Baltimore's getting closer, so it's tough to say who's gonna win. We play good against those teams, I think if we win and I'm very sure we're gonna win the division. The other division, we got no chance against us.
Well, that's another bold prediction. You were the first White Sox player to predict that you would win the division, and now he's saying the AL East has no chance. You got to love the way Wilson Alvarez speaks. And we'll be watching for his performance to match it. We'll be back with more in the Spotlight right after these important messages. Don't go away. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You know you should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. We're back in the Spotlight at Vinny's, 2901 North Sheffield in Chicago. Fine Italian cuisine and part of the great Carlucci Group. My name is Pat Pinkowski along with Alonzo Spellman, and we're going to talk serious Bears football now. And I know, and I'm sure you run into fans all the time who are a little upset about an 0-2 start, but your defense has played really well. And are the defensive players maybe a little bit upset about the fact that when you hold opponents down as you have, you feel you should have won the games?
Well, not really. We don't have really a sour taste in our mouth about the offense. They're coming along. They're doing some good things. We have a couple of young guys on our offensive line. But we're coming along pretty good. We're working. We're coming back together this week, in camp or whatever, and trying to pull things back together.
I got to tell you, and you weren't around. You were probably in grammar school at the time. But roughly 10, 12 years ago, just as the Ditka regime was getting started, the Bears had a very anemic offense and a very solid and soon-to-be great defense. And it was kind of like the way things are going off the bat here. And what happened on that team was, until Jim McMahon took over and got the offense going, the offense and defense did not get along. Do you see any signs of that happening?
I don't think so. With this coaching staff that we have great togetherness. We have a very positive attitude around camp. Nobody is really down about the losses that we had. We just, somewhat frustrated because we know we could have won both games. But I don't see us at all separating the defense from the offense.
One of the favorite lineups that I saw either in camp or some of the early couple of games was you and Richard Dent in the lineup at the same time. And to me, the quarterback's got to be pretty scared when that situation arises. We didn't see that as much in the Viking game. Thoughts about that and thoughts about being opposite Richard?
Well, thoughts about being opposite of Richard, it would be great. It would be great. He would get a whole lot of push from the right side, which would allow me to get some sacks from the left side, and I would do the same for him. We have a rotation going on right now, and there's really no set rotation between me, Trace, and Richard. I'll come in for a series for Trace, and then I'll come in for a series for Richard, and it's not really a set, thing or game plan that we have, but it's coming along pretty good.
If there's anything you could pinpoint about what has happened in the new Dave Wanstead regime that has changed the defense either to your favor or not to your favor, what would be the key change be?
I would say it would definitely be to my favor. And what he has done is he came in and he indoctrinated a system that best fits my personality as a player. I'm more of an attack type person. I don't like to sit back and wait for a player to develop and then, attack the ball, the runner or the quarterback or whatever. But it's more of an upfield type defense, more of an attack style defense. And I just think that it's helping me a lot.
Well, that sort of suggests that the Vince Tobin style of defense was a problem for some of you guys.
Well, I think it was definitely a problem for me because I really couldn't get into sync with what was going on. It was a very old system. They were set in their ways about a lot of things, and it was hard for me to really get into it and break through. But now we have this new coaching staff, and Coach Weinstedt has brought this attitude around camp, this very positive attitude around camp. I think it's helping us a lot.
Well, Alonzo has a lot more to tell us about what's going on with the current 93 Bears, and we predict that later on in this program, right after these commercial messages,
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink, at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We're back in the spotlight, and the Bears' playoff game against the Saints was frightening in some respects. The New Orleans fans had their own Jason, but it was Friday the 13th for them later. Skeptics writing off the Bears early. Steve Walsh throwing, the ball tipped, and the rookie defensive back John Mangum makes the interception that kills the Saints' only chance to take the early lead. And then there were tricks. Neil Anderson throwing the ball, hit as he throws, but Ron Morris makes the catch. He was able to set up a very important play for the Bears. This Kevin Butler field goal made it 3-0, and things were off and rolling. Then Mike Tomczak in the clutch hits Neil Anderson out of the backfield. A very important play. That would set it up near the goal line for Tomczak to throw to a wide-open RoboCop. James Thornton takes it in across the goal line for the score, 10-0 Bears. And the Saints fans getting absolutely pounded by the Bears fans. And it was sort of an interesting omen. Morton Anderson's field goal goes through, 10-3, New Orleans still in the game, but Kevin Butler's field goal attempt blocked, the key play of the game, apparently taken all the way back for New Orleans touchdown, but no. Where's this referee going? To get that penalty flag, offside against the Saints, called back. It keeps the Bears' drive alive. And what would happen? It would turn into a very important play for the Bears. Neil Anderson gets close to the touchdown, but not quite in. But guess who was there? Kevin Butler once again, 13-3, the Bears extend their lead. And this field goal blocking was getting popular. Trace Armstrong gets in the act, knocking this one down. And the Bears defense was as intense as it's been all season long. Tough day for Morton Anderson. The long bomb thrown here. Once again, John Mangum, the rookie, makes the important play, and the Bears defense was pumped. The two Mark Carrier pass interference plays brought it down close. John Fourcade at quarterback. but Ironhead Haywood drops the touchdown pass, and that would be about it for the Saints. Morton Anderson puts it through 13-6. New Orleans stayed alive. However, Mike Tomczak would wrap things up with this perfect on-the-money pass to Dennis Gentry. That would set up Kevin Butler for the final curtain call. And Kevin Butler's third field goal of the evening wraps up the Bears' victory over the New Orleans Saints and catapults them into the next round of the NFL playoffs at New York against the Giants.
I had a little dream last night that I didn't matter to me if I gave it to him 40 times. The key to do it in this game was not to make mistakes, turn the ball over, and to come out of it positive, and that's what we were trying to do. He's a great football player. He plays hard for us, and we have to give him a lot of credit. Same with Brad Muster. The main thing is to get the ball in their hands. Yet when you go through the whole game, then maybe the greatest play in the game was the catch by Gentry. I mean, the throw was an outstanding throw. We got a man coverage on a seam pass. Dennis got behind the guy, and Michael put it right in there. And Dennis Gentry has been here for 9 years. He's been here as long as I've been here, and every time I turn around, he keeps making plays for us. He's just a great football player and a great young man. He means a lot to have us in there.
It's been a tough week for everyone, but we pulled together, and you know, I'm just so thankful to have this team and behind me and the support and the family that I've had so close to me. And this game was very meaningful to me. You know, I was inspired by a friend of mine in Columbus that's having a tough time with cancer and everything. But I'm just, it's one of these games where you can't really put an ending to it because you don't want it to end because it's so gratifying. But it's all said and done right now at 6:30, and I'm just fortunate enough to be a victor.
And plenty more coming up from the Bears locker room. We're back in the spotlight, and before we go to the locker room, I want to talk about the Bears' wildness on offense. That aborted play was Ron Morris in the reverse. Yes, it lost big-time yardage, but it didn't matter because the Bears kind of threw another wrinkle in and scared a little bit of the New Orleans Saints and also gave the Giants something to think about for next week. RoboCop was a superb performer. Let's talk to him about playing on that bad ankle.
Mickey Pruitt stepped on it, the goddamn guy, and hurt it pretty bad. Came in and took an X-ray, and the X-ray was negative, and taped it up real tight, practically a cast, and taped the shoe on real tight, and went out there and played. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep me out. So.
Is there any thought ever coming off because it hurt so much? Or?
Yeah, well, you know, you feel it when you walk. When you're involved in a play, you really don't feel much because your adrenaline's running so high. You'd stop and go back to huddle, and that's when I'd feel it just kind of throb a little bit, but that's the way it goes.
How about getting involved in some big plays early? Did that maybe take a little of the pain away?
It took a lot of the pain away, yeah. When you can do something like that, it's the adrenaline flows even more, and you got to love that. It makes you feel real good.
Sean Gale, number 23, was a great player in his day. He's had some personal issues since then, but we wish him the best. See you next week.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.